just kind of the unknowns of what's going to happen if I can't physically do this job, right? Because I am feeling flared. I don't know. And it's like a balance between, okay, I'm feeling kind of sore and kind of stiff and like I'm in pain at work, but technically I can do it. I don't know. I guess I could push through and just do it, but at what cost, right? I don't know. Anyway, so all those thoughts were kind of plaguing my mind this morning at 2 in the morning. And then by the time I fell asleep, I think, yeah, I only got another couple hours of sleep because I had to get up at like 5:45. So, yep. Good times. Though I am blessed, and I will say I am grateful that most nights I am able to sleep pretty well. My RA is well managed enough that I don't really get that much nighttime stiffness or morning stiffness, thankfully. Though I am feeling it in my hands a little bit. But compared to what it was just a year or so ago, it's a lot better. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that a lot today. I don't drink coffee or caffeine or anything like that, so I don't even have that to help perk me up. Work is pretty accommodating too. Like I'm going to ask my manager this morning, and I'm pretty sure she's okay with it, but just to have, instead of walking around and standing around jobs today, I'm going to ask if I can just do kind of more sitting down jobs or projects or whatever. It's like so crazy. I have not been this tired since I don't even know when. Like when I was working this same full-time job a couple of years ago, like I was pretty used to it. I guess I had the enough level of fitness to manage the day-to-day tasks, and my RA was very well controlled back then too, just a couple of years ago. And yeah, it's just like crazy to feel this tired, even just after a 6-hour shift. So we'll see how today goes. I imagine if I'm able to kind of sit down more at work today and maybe do some more computer work, or I don't know, any kind of tasks that involve me being able to sit down, I should definitely have a bit more energy after work. I'm so excited. Tonight, well, just about in a couple minutes here, I'm gonna be attending a new moon ceremony that's being put on by my life coach, Catherine Andrews. I always love these ceremonies. It's a nice way to just kind of connect with nature, connect with the moon cycles. It's a fun way to manifest. She always makes it fun with like a little bit of candle magic, a little bit of journaling, lots of self-reflection, and calling in what you want for the next month or so. She said in the email to bring a pillow. We might be doing a screaming exercise, so bring in my trusty Squishmallow.
Like you need a lot of sleep or you're not sleeping around both the new and the full moon. So just note it down. Title it like Moon Reflections or something, and just be like, it's the Aquarius new moon, and I'm feeling XYZ. I'm noticing about my sleep XYZ. Also be feeling, tomorrow is Lunar New Year's Eve, and then we'll be into, in Feng Shui, the Year of the Wood Dragon. So the Year of the Wood Dragon is definitely like a buzzy year. Like you can expect, if 2023 felt kind of like slow or stuck or foggy was kind of how it felt for me, this year might be like a lot more. It's like get on in the driver's seat, like we are going. Insects. How many cards are here? This is a 6-card spread, and I asked tarot to give me some insight for this group around truth. And I asked the first card, where do we find ourselves? Who are we? This is the Ace of Cups. So for me, when we're getting the Ace of Cups, what we are dealing with is that there is a tender desire, a vulnerable desire, a seed of heart truth for us. And I find it's it's often so tender and vulnerable and dear to us that we haven't dared spoken it aloud, even to ourselves in most cases. So this could be a long held dream, it could be a desire, it could be a tender fear. How do you define truth? When was the last time you told the truth? When was the last time you lied or held back? And there's no shame in that, right? We all do it. What blocks you from telling the truth? What does your inner child need to say to you? If your voice could scream, what 3 things would it let out? And if I were truly sharing what I need to express, I would say, and then just write as much as you need to. Here, you could write on the top. Maybe there's a sense of release. Massage right at the base of our collarbone, right under it. To me, this is where kind of that, right? Because we might have gotten a little rest. Just a little massage, right? You might want to stretch your jaw. I am able to calmly and effectively speak my truth.
I'm able to calmly and effectively speak my truth.
My voice matters.
My voice matters.
I'm doing my best to live an honest, authentic, wholehearted life.
I'm doing my best to live an honest, authentic, wholehearted life.
I remain true to myself in all that I say and do.
I remain true to myself in all that I say and do.
But let's just all start to make a few intuitive sounds with our voices. So it may just be like, or maybe like we're going to do like 3 levels of screams. So let's try scream 1. So just kind of your basic garden level scream. That's fun. A little scratchy there. I really kind of, I'm not.
Just finished the new moon journal circle with Catherine. So good as always. Tonight's session was all about our voice and reflecting on how our voices have been blocked and what truths have we been holding back, and just really gave me the opportunity tonight to journal on a few things that I've been definitely holding on to and not speaking. And the scream exercise is always fun. I mean, I'm kind of used to that. I do that pretty much every week in breath work. But if you've never tried it, some kind of screaming into a pillow definitely releases something. Like, I feel it every time. I feel energized. I feel, I don't know, just feels like a part of my soul just kind of gets healed every time I let out a verbal scream and roar and just let it all out. Something heals inside of me and just feels so much better. Just wanted to share one last kind of random thought I'm thinking at the end of my day here. So, in going back to work and being off for 2 years because of my arthritis, one of the common questions I'm getting from my coworkers is, how are you feeling? How are you doing? And I'm brief, but I'm honest with them. I say, I'm tired. I'm pretty achy usually and just having a bit of trouble adjusting and coming back. And the common response I've been getting is, oh, yeah, me too. Like when I say I'm tired or something like that, like at the end of my shift, I'm just like bagged, and I wouldn't really consider that normal. Like the amount of fatigue that I was experiencing a couple days ago, I was like so tired I couldn't even drive myself home. Anyway, the common response that I've been getting is, oh, yeah, me too. And while I understand that, yes, I'm sure my coworkers are experiencing tiredness and fatigue as well, it just feels weird coming from able-bodied people. I don't know, like I guess they're trying to empathize with me. And that's supposed to be a better way to connect with someone else than sympathy. But I don't know, it just doesn't feel, it almost kind of feels like they're like brushing my feelings off and like almost trying to normalize them and compare it to what they're experiencing and what they're feeling on a daily basis. But I don't know. I just feel a bit differently. I just feel with my disability, you know, this level of fatigue isn't normal. It isn't normal for me. It's not a level of normal tiredness for people working full-time and being used to working full-time, and people without disabilities like my coworkers. And yeah, I guess it just sucks. Feels a little empty when I'm talking to them and trying to express my feelings, and then they all of a sudden just say, "Oh, me too." I'm like, oh. Well, I don't know. It just makes me not want to open up, really, and not want to tell them how I'm truly feeling. It's just kind of discouraging, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm probably just too tired and overthinking it, of course, again. Well, and I'll end today's vlog here. Hope you all have a good day and a good night. I'll talk to you soon.